Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. This is Katie with Limitless You Health Coaching, your custom approach to weight loss. And I had a client the other day. She had just finished a detox, and then I asked, well, do you want to keep going with it? And she said, well, yeah, but I have 2 dinners coming up and grad parties. How do I even continue something like that with all of these other events? And so it got me thinking, okay, maybe I should make a video about how do you handle all of these summer events and staying on track with your health. There's cabins, grad parties, you're going out to dinner a lot, maybe you're on the boat, and so once you're on the boat, then you stop at this restaurant, a lot of bar eating. So I thought I would talk a little bit about that. So first of all, when you're eating at a restaurant, you can manipulate the menu as much as you want. She specifically was going to Granite City, which is like a nice restaurant, big variety of food. And so I went through the menu for her, and I was able to share with her some options that she could have. First of all, if the menu doesn't have just like simply grilled options, then what you can do is whatever options they have, maybe they have like a Mediterranean chicken or teriyaki something salmon. You could always say, hey, could I please have this salmon with the sauce on the side? And then you don't even have to have the sauce if you don't want to. Or you can say, could I have that? And instead of the side that comes with it, check the menu and look for, their seasonal vegetable, steamed veggies, whatever else they have that's like vegetable based. Or you can get a side salad with just olive oil and balsamic instead of those really fatty dressings. So you can say, okay, I see you have this teriyaki salmon. Could I just have that piece of salmon, please, with a side salad? Or could I just have that salmon with your side of broccoli? Or what is your seasonal vegetable? Oh, it's zucchini. Great. Could I have that with the zucchini? Other meals, if it comes with maybe rice, or maybe it comes with like a little pasta and some veggies, ask if you could have double the veggies instead of the rice or the pasta or whatever, if you're watching your carbs or you're gluten free and they have some sort of products on there that you can't eat. So you can just double up the veggies. Get any type of protein they have there if they're doing like steak, but make sure that it's not coming covered in weird sauces. Always ask for the sauce on the side so you can sort of season it in a healthy way. But you can manipulate it. Be confident, and every restaurant has a slab of chicken and some veggies somewhere, and they may not really know how to charge you for it. They'll figure it out. That's their job. People come in with like weird allergies and with kids who are really picky. Like, you will be the least of their worries if you just say, could I please have da 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 da. If you're eating at a lot of places that have only like bar food, they too have like side salads. It's probably not ideal, like dressings and stuff, but do the best you can. And I always like to say to my clients, make sure you have a form of protein and then something from nature. Salad, side veggie, something. Just, do I have protein? Do I have something from nature? Even if all you can get is a burger, ask for double the lettuce on there and take the bun off. Like, you can make it work. And if you are going somewhere and you want to like shoot me an email, which is the information's below, and be like, hey, can you please look at this menu? I'd be happy to look at the menu and let you know what are the healthier versions or what is already on the menu that you can just manipulate a little bit. Now, as far as grad parties go, I mean, some of them are catered. Some just have cake and, veggies and just, some other junk too. Not that veggies are junk, but they'll just have like trays of stuff. What I would recommend, especially if you are someone who you're on some sort of specific meal plan, is eat before you go so you're not hungry. And then I would sip on like sparkling water because it will fill your stomach up a little bit and it's a little bit more fun than just boring flat water. So eat before you go, drink sparkling water while you're there, and then have at it. If there's a fruit tray, go for it. Veggie tray, go for it. Most of them will have like a meat and cheese tray. It should have some sort of turkey on it, and even if you can't have just turkey, maybe just like they have salami or something. It's not ideal, but it's better than eating just a bunch of the junk. And also, before you go, much like traveling and eating and staying on track, set your boundaries. Will you have a glass of wine? Great. Are you going to have red or are you going to have white? Are you having one? Are you having two? How many are you going to have? And then because you'll be full, hopefully you won't be as tempted by all of that food there. But if you're really craving that cake with the graduate's face on it, their little hat and everything, tell yourself, okay, I can have some cake and maybe split it with somebody or cut your own piece. I know they usually like cut it and then set it out. Have half of it, have a quarter of it, have just a bite of it. That's all you really need when you're craving something is just a little taste. So eat before you go, sparkling water, munch on the veggies, the fruit, the meat tray. Again, fill up with those proteins. Have a bag of nuts in your purse or in your bag, so you can fill up with those healthy fats to keep you full. And then also cabins. This is a kind of a tricky one. If you're not staying at your own cabin, I had a client last summer, and she was always going up to her now husband's cabin, and she felt weird bringing her own food and being like, I don't really want to eat what you're eating. So what I suggested is that she bring her own food, but don't be pushy about it, and incorporate during certain meals being able to eat her own food. If they're grilling out, you can sort of say, great, thanks, I'll have this burger without the bun. And if you brought your own veggies, just throw them on your plate. Nobody's going to make a big deal. It's not like you're saying, I'm not eating any of this food here. Just bring your own stuff. She brought up her veggies. She brought hard-boiled eggs. She brought she was a big beer drinker, and so what I recommend for the summer and just in general is keeping your alcohol to like clear liquids, vodka, soda, vodka, and diet tonic water, or like orange vodka with those same flavor or those same mixers. That's going to keep calories low, keep the bloating off of your body a little bit. So she brought her own clear liquids or clear alcohols, and for breakfast, everyone would cook up, like they'd have eggs and bacon and pancakes and stuff, and she would just have the eggs, or she would make a smoothie or something like that. So when you're going to the cabin, much like all the other stuff I've been talking about, set your boundaries. Do you want to drink your calories that day, or do you want to be eating them? You know yourself. You know the rituals you have at the cabin. Uncle so-and-so is going to be like, come on, why aren't you taking shots with us? If you know that's going to happen, then pack healthy foods. Watch my other video about traveling and staying on track with all the protein stuff that I packed. Pack your own food. Eat as clean as you can during the day if you know that you want to be drinking more. If you're not a family that drinks a ton, and you want to be eating all of your stuff, then decide, I'm going to eat this dessert that Aunt so-and-so brings because I love it. I know we're going to have that on Tuesday night, so maybe Tuesday for lunch I will not have a hot dog. I will have a piece of chicken because it's a lot leaner. Another thing to think about when you're up at your cabin is getting in as much physical activity as you can. You'll probably be going on the boat and stuff, but maybe going on as many walks as you can if you know that eating is going to be a little bit off. Set that the other way with getting in some sort of physical activity. So when you're eating at restaurants, manipulate the menu, double the veggies, take the bun off of something, ask for the sauce on the side, order whatever protein they have with the sauce on the side, and then get a side of their veggies. I usually do that. I seriously will just look at what do you have for your sides, and I just sort of make my own meal. They'll figure out how to charge you. It'll be just fine. Grad parties, eat before you go. Drink sparkling water, or set your boundaries. How many drinks are you going to have? How much cake are you going to have? And, be really strict with yourself. And because this is like my new thing I'm saying is after all of these events, like your goals are still waiting for you. So even if you feel like you want to have a whole cake, that's great. But how are you going to feel about reaching your goals when you are done with that grad party or you're done with that weekend? And when you go to the cabin, whether it's your cabin or someone else's cabin, if you're not the one cooking the whole time, and if you're not the one in charge of food, you're going to have to bring your own stuff. Otherwise, you're going to physically feel not so great. And then always make sure that you have some sort of protein and something that came from nature so you can have a little bit of produce in your body and move your body as much as you can when you're doing these little trips as well. Hope that helps. If you, again, want me to check those menus, shoot me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.